22 middle.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Right, 77. 38. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Yellow, go. Ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He'll hit Mostert again here. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Tua going to throw. Open man downfield is Hill. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Well, just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
They certainly did appear to be locked in, and with how this offense was moving along, I know we certainly didn't expect to see a pick to end the series. Whatever the cause was, maybe they tipped one of those scripted plays, maybe the defender just made a great read. It has certainly quickly changed the tone of this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Tua now on 1st down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Tua to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now it's Wilson. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. In motion, Hill. 2 and now, 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Carl Lawson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. There's Wilson to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Wilson and Wilson connecting here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. But in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That's good for the Jets. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on second down. Wilson is going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready.
2nd and 2.
12, 10, 6, measure.
Here's Tua. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down catch there by Jalen Waddle. What a promising debut for the 6th overall pick in the 2021 draft. Led all rookies with 104 receptions, mainly catching passes from his college teammate, Tua Tagovailoa.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Set, ready. 10 cycles.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Go now.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, green. Red, yellow. You, yellow.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Chopper! Delta! Alpha!
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick-6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just... He's got a man, complete! And he's going to get this down near the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Go, go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
In motion right is Wilson. Back to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. There he goes left side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on is not just...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So and now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Running the counter with Mostert. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
High 7, let's go. Alert. Lock it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
13 yards on the play. That's good.
Top down.
Jets.
Top down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 39 yards. And the Jets are able to claw one back. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Here we go.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Come on, 38.
It's second 8 inches at the 37-yard line.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch out now. 50 series. Yellow, blue. Shot, 17. Ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On the double.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Ready.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. Come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And the Dolphins first down.
Wilson with a first down carry. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. Couple of Alabama guys there, 2 in a waddle for the Miami first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
66. Blow it hard.
Here's Wilson. And check down, complete to Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, that's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 1st down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. In motion right is Wilson.
80 weapon. 80 weapon. Exit.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Miami, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to